Alright, we're looking at 3.1 day 2. 3.1 day 2. Now yesterday you told me you felt confident knowing what a radian angle measure is, and you can convert. In agreement there? So, I'm going to kind of tie what we did yesterday into what we did in the last chapter. If I ask you for the cosine of a pi over 4 radian angle, can you tell me what that value is? Without me telling you what to do. I'm waiting on you to tell me what you think that value is or how we can find it. Okay. Anybody? Got anything for me? He's like, nope, I don't. What if I asked you for the cosine of 45 degrees? Could you tell me that? Does your brain work better in degrees? How can I get the cosine of 45 degrees? What resources do we have for that? Speak to me. Left hand, I saw left hand come up. 45 degrees, there it is. Circle sheet, you could look it up. Or if you really wanted, you could type it in a calculator. Alright. These questions aren't any different. Because what is the degree measure for pi over 4? Not easy to do in your head. Maybe go 45 degrees. What's the radian for 45 degrees? 45, 180, pi. How many times does 45 go into 180? Oh, look at that, 4 times. Those are the exact same question. The cosine of pi over 4 is the cosine of 45. By the left hand, which is what we're going to go back to today. We're not going to use that old circle sheet. I told you you're going to have to redo it again. You're going to redo the circle sheet today, but instead of degrees, we're going to use actually we're going to use both of them, degrees and radians. So, still the same process. Oh, what is the cosine of 45, by the way? Square root of 2 over 2, cosine fingers. The reason they're the same value is they're the same position on the unit circle. 45 degrees is pi over 4 radians. Square root of 2 over 2. Square root of 2 over 2. Tangent would be y fingers over x fingers square rooted. 1. You're going to do the exact same thing today. So, let's go with one example. If I asked for the cosine of pi over 3, and if I ask you to use your left hand, again, my brain doesn't work so well with radians. Yeah, I put that out there and you're like, whew, just talking a whole other language. But we know there's a degree equivalent for this. So off to the side, you want to find that degree equivalent so you know which finger to roll over. So what is pi over 3 in degrees? You can see that all cancels. Is it 60? So now I know what to do. This is a 60-degree angle. Roll over the 60-degree finger. Cosine is 1/2. Let's try one more. Well, actually, I got a couple on here. Sine of 4 pi over 3. Again, it's knowing where 4 pi over 3 is at. So do your little conversion. If you want to do it all on the calculator, do the converting, go ahead. I'll show the work over here. Pi on the bottom times the 180. Let's see. 4/3 times 180. I'm getting 240 degrees. So now 240, which quadrant? That doesn't work. I only got a 30, 45, and 60. I've got to know the reference angle for 240. So sometimes a little sketch might help. Where's 240 going to take us? Third quadrant. So there's the one. How much past the third quadrant are we going? Subtract off the 180, 60 degrees. So we're going to roll over our 60-degree finger. And I asked for sine. So it's square root of 3 over 2. But then take a look at the quadrant. Do I need a negative on it or no negative? Yeah, negative square root of 3 over 2. So, I guess what I want you to be able to do today, not what I guess, what I want you to be able to do today is right here. That's really all we have. You're going to complete the unit circle again. But this time, the only extra thing is, you're going to give me the degree measures all the way around. Then I would go ahead and then convert all of them to radians. Then put in the sine, cosine, tangent, because we're going to have this quiz again. After you do that, I've got a worksheet of just reading instead of finding every one, you're just going to use your circle sheet to find these values. And if I give you cosecant and secant, it's the same thing. You go to that spot and flip it over. So that's your homework today. It's filling this out and then a worksheet with reading the circle sheet. And we will have this quiz again with radians. Are we good? Get the whole hour. Should be no problem in finishing it. And if you didn't know what I said, because I heard, did you understand this? I can sure tell you what else I want. So use that left-hand trick. Remember, just reflect over. Find the first three, and then just reflect them all like we did in the last chapter. So fill in the degrees all the way around. Do the radians all the way around. Then go back, put in the sine or cosine, sine, and tangent values, and then I have a worksheet for you to practice reading that circle sheet. So remember, find everything in that first quadrant, then just reflect. Try to remember the mistakes you made last time and don't make them again. Let me know if you don't know what's going on. I can help you.